Hello everybody in the land of the internet, Jason Rivers here, and this is going to be another Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing. For those of you who don't know, it was actually my birthday on the 9th of July last week. I am now going to be 26 years old. I'll be needing a Zimmer frame soon enough. But some of my friends chipped in and they bought me the Emperor of Darkness structure deck and 5 packets of Wing Raiders. So what we are going to do is open the Wing Raiders first, and then we'll move on to the main event of the Emperor of Darkness structure deck. Okay guys, so we are going to start with the Wing Raiders set first. This is a card set that mainly focuses on Xyz summoning, and the set itself contains cards revolving around 3 different archetypes, those being the Phantom Knights, Raid Raptors, and Super Quantum / Quantool. And in this set, I think you're guaranteed a rare and 1 super rare. And then if you're really lucky, then obviously the super rare becomes an ultra, ultimate, secret, etc. Some of the best cards in this set include the Phantom Knights of Break Sword, Raid Raptor 4 Strix, Super Quantum Red Layer, Raid Raptor Satellite Cannon Falcon, Phantom Knight Fogblade, Raid Raptor Tribute Lanius, the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak, Super Quantum Mech King Great Magnus, that's a bit of a mouthful to say, and of course 3 numbers which I'm still looking for my number collection. Number 52, Diamond Crab King, number 66, Master Key Beetle, and number 101, Silent Honor Arc. So let's start with the one on the end, and hopefully we can get something good. As always, bear with me, I am terrible at opening the packs. Try and open them as carefully as possible. I don't rip any cards on the inside. There we go. Okay, so for pack number 1, oops, dropping the cards already. Okay, so we have the Phantom Knights of Shadow Veil, Raid Raptor Readiness, Raid Raptor Revolution Falcon, Reinforcement of the Army, always a good staple card. If we can just focus the camera. Phantom Knights Wing. Is that... I don't think that's the rare. I can't see. No, it's not the rare. The Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves, Zubaba General. And of course, here we are. We have our rare, Gargagar Cowboy, always a good card to have in a set. And Raid Raptor Necro Vulture in super rare form. So not one of the ones on the list so far, but still we have 4 more to go. Start with pack... well, not start with, continue with pack number 2. Okay. Raid Raptor Sharp Lanius, Rank Up Magic Astral Force, Zubaba General, Bottomless Trap Hole, another good card, Needlebug Nest, Raid Raptor Vanishing Lanius, Call of the Haunted, a rare card will be Phantom Knight Sword, and the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. Perfect, that's one of the cards that we were looking for on the list, and that is a ultra rare card as well, so nice looking artwork. If this card is in attack position, you can target 1 dark monster on the field and change this card to defense position. And if you do, that monster gains 800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and add 1 the Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, except this one. You can only activate the effect of this card once per turn. So yeah, not a bad start. Let's continue with the 3rd pack here. Okay, so Crane, Gem Knight Pearls, nice rank 4 beat stick. Raid Raptor Shining Lanius, Raid Raptor Last Strix, Forbidden Chalice, another good card, Call of the Haunted, Raid Raptor Nest, and our rare is the Phantom Knights of Cloven Helm, And Xyz Reborn, nice, and a super rare card. So you target one Xyz monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, attach this card to it as Xyz material. So that always works well, obviously trying to get your Xyz monsters back on the field, and also attaching them with a material for good measure. Right, so pack number 4. Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanius, Gem Knight Pearl, Phantom Knight of the Shadow Veil, Raid Raptor Revolution Falcon, Lastrix, can't even pronounce that one, Khan Gorgon, Anti-Luminescent Knight, Raid Raptor Vanishing Lanius, rare is Swallow's Nest, and we have Raid Raptor Call for a super rare. So we can target one Raid Raptor monster that we control, special summon one monster with the same name as that monster on the field, from your hand or deck in defense position. You can only activate one Raid Raptor Call per turn. You cannot special summon monsters during the turn you activate this card, except Raid Raptor monsters. Again, as I said before, revolving around that archetype. So, can we get a secret rare in this last pack? Hopefully we can. Okay, we have Raid Raptor Nest, Needlebug Nest, Bujinki Amaterasu, Call of the Haunted, Lanius cards, Mystical Space Typhoon, Revolution Falcon. We have Super Quantal Mech Ship Magna Carrier, and Icarus Attack as a super rare. This was in one of the first sets back in the day, I think. Tribute one beast winged beast type monster, then target 2 cards on the field and then destroy them. Always good for clearing out your opponent's monsters or back row. Okay, guys, so that's all the cards that we received from the Wing Raider set. Now let us move on to the main event of the Emperor of Darkness structure deck. Okay guys, so here we are at the Emperor of Darkness structure deck. It's a 41 card deck that revolves around the Monarchs. For those of you who don't know, the Monarchs were archetype either, I want to say GX or 5Ds, I could be wrong, but yeah, it's quite a while back. But now they're introducing some new Monarchs in order to use combos with the old Monarchs, hence I'm assuming that's why it says Reloaded on the box. Okay, so let's open it up and see what we get inside. Of course, the boxes are always fiddly as ever. You can never get these open. Okay. Trying to be as graceful as possible, but that's not happening. Okay, so we obviously have the deck all sealed. We have a beginner's guide to show you how to use the Monarchs, which is pretty cool. We have, I think this is a playmat, if I'm not mistaken. Let's unfold this. Yes, I was right. It is a dual-sided playmat with both of the new Monarchs, which we'll see inside the deck. And of course it has a dual layer on the back, telling you how to, giving you ideas on different combos and things like that, and also telling you what sets that you can buy in order to improve your deck. Nice plugging there, Konami. Right then, without further ado, let us get this structure deck opened. So we have a lot of cards to get through, about, I said 41 cards, didn't I? Okay, so let's start with our ultra rare cards. If my phone will decide to focus, there we go. Okay, so we have Ether, well, the ultra rares, we have Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summon monster. If this card is tribute summoned, you can send 2 Monarch spell or traps with different names from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon 1 monster with 2400 or more attack and 1000 defense from your deck, but return it to your hand during the end phase. During your opponent's main phase, if this card is in your hand, you can banish one Monarch spell or trap card from your graveyard immediately. After this effect resolves, tribute summon this card. It's just basically another just to get combos up. And of course we have our second ultra rare, Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. I'm assuming it's got pretty much the same effects. Yes, it does. And of course this is a zombie monster. We have Eidos, the Underworld Squire. If this card is normal or special summoned during your main phase this turn, you can only tribute summon one monster, in addition to your normal summon. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one monster with 800 attack in defense in your graveyard. Again, another one to get them Monarchs out. And of course that's a super rare card. And then we have Ida, the Heavenly Squire. I'm just going to move the foils just over to this side. Again, opposite effect to Eidos. It'll be the exact same as that. And then, of course, our third super rare is a spell card, which is Pantheism of the Monarchs. Send one Monarch spell trap card from your hand to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. You can then banish this card from your graveyard, reveal 3 Monarch spell trap cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses one for you to add to your hand, and you shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn. And then on to the staple Monarchs that we've seen in the past. Caius, the Shadow Monarch. When it's tribute summoned, you can target one card in the field and banish it, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Zarborg, the Thunder Monarch. If this card is tribute summoned, target one monster on the field and destroy it. Grandmarg, the Rock Monarch. If this card is tribute summoned, target one set card on the field and then destroy it. Mobius, the Frost Monarch. When this card is tribute summoned, you can target up to 2 spell or trap cards on the fields and destroy those targets. Thestalos, the Firestorm Monarch. When it's tribute summoned, discard one random card from your opponent's hand. Then, if it was a monster card, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original level times 100. And of course, Riser, the Storm Monarch. When this card is tribute summoned, target one card on the field and place that target on the top of the deck. Lucius, the Shadow Vassal. I'm assuming this is something to do with summoning that particular monarch. You can banish one level 5 or higher monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. If this card is tributed for a tribute summon, you can look at all set cards that your opponent controls. Your opponent cannot activate or affect in response to the effect's activation. That's pretty cool. And you can only activate that once per turn. Mithra, the Thunder Vassal. Yeah, again, revolving around all the upper versions of the upgraded versions of the Monarchs. So Landrobe, the Rock Vassal. Esker, the Frost Vassal. Belineth, the Firestorm Vassal. Garum, the Storm Vassal. Illusory Snatcher. When you tribute summon a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, the type, attribute, and level of this card become the same as the tributed summoned monster. Tragodia, everyone knows what that does. Yep, everyone knows what that card does and should do. It's been in the game for quite a while. If not, look it up. Or you can feel free to pause there and read the effect. Dandylion, another staple from the GX series. Mathematician. When this card is normal summoned, you can send one level 4 or lower monster from your deck to your graveyard. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can draw one card. Level Eater, always been a good card for synchros, because you can adjust the levels and then get them plays out. But I don't think there's any synchro monsters in this deck. But Battle Fader, good for stalling time. That's what I'm doing with this video. Basically, you can just stop the battle whenever your opponent declares a direct attack. Rainbow Karibo. And that's all the monsters. For the spells, we have Domain of the True Monarchs. We have March of the Monarchs. Return of the Monarchs. The Monarchs Storm Forth. Again, this all looks like cards revolving around each different monarch. Strike of the monarchs. Tenacity of the monarchs, or tenacity of the monarchs, rather. Soul Exchange, again, good for tributing your opponent's monsters in order to get your monsters out on the field. Again, with enemy controller, do the exact same thing, essentially. Dice Foon, luck-based card, not a fan of these. Roll a 6-sided dice and apply the following effect. 2, 3, or 4, destroy 1 spell or trap on the field. 5, destroy 2 spell or traps on the field. Or 1 or 6, you take 1,000 damage. Not very nice soul cards. Soul Charge. And I got spell cards mixed up at the same time. I'm an idiot. Alright, Soul Charge, the Prime Monarch, the First Monarch, Escalation of the Monarchs, the Monarchs Awaken, the Monarchs Erupt, by order of the Emperor, Pinpoint Guard, and of course we get a token. It looks pretty cool actually. It looks like the shadow ball thing that Caius is holding on his card just there. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. Apologies if I've waffled on too much, but all the card descriptions are there if you wish to pause the video. If for whatever reason I didn't get them in the camera's sight, feel free to look it up on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki. But yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have, then please give it a like, comment down below, subscribe for future content, and I shall see you guys in the next video.